Samuel Hahnemann, a German physician, is hailed as the father of homeopathy. He dedicated his life to revolutionizing medicine. In 1828, he published his seminal work, The Chronic Diseases. This book introduced a groundbreaking concept, miasms. Hahnemann's miasm theories sought to explain the root cause of chronic illnesses. Hahnemann's theories were revolutionary. They challenged the conventional medical practices of his time. The chronic diseases marked a turning point in medical history. It offered a new perspective on understanding and treating chronic illnesses. Hahnemann's work continues to be studied and debated today. His ideas remain influential in the field of homeopathy. The Chronic Diseases is a testament to Hahnemann's dedication. He sought to develop a more holistic and effective approach to medicine. To truly grasp the profound impact of Hahnemann's revolutionary work, we must first delve into the medical landscape of his era. The early 19th century was a time of significant medical upheaval and transformation. The early 19th century was a period of significant medical upheaval. Traditional practices were being questioned and new ideas were beginning to emerge, but the transition was fraught with challenges. Treatments during this time were often crude and ineffective. Many of the methods employed by physicians were based on outdated theories and lacked scientific validation. These treatments often did more harm than good. Patients frequently suffered from the very interventions meant to cure them. Bloodletting, purging, and the use of toxic substances like mercury were common practices. These methods were believed to balance the body's humors but often led to severe complications. These practices often worsened the patient's condition, leading to increased suffering and, in many cases, hastening death. The germ theory of disease was still unknown. Physicians did not understand the role of microorganisms in causing illness. This lack of understanding led to widespread misconceptions about the true causes of illness. Many believed that diseases were caused by imbalances in bodily fluids or miasms or bad air. Hahnemann, dissatisfied with the prevailing medical practices, sought a gentler and more effective approach. He was a visionary who questioned the status quo and looked for better ways to treat patients. He believed that diseases had deeper underlying causes. Unlike his contemporaries, Hahnemann thought that simply treating symptoms was not enough. He theorized that these underlying causes needed to be addressed for true healing to occur. His approach was holistic, considering the patient's overall well-being rather than just the immediate symptoms. His observations and experiences led him to develop the concept of miasms. This was a groundbreaking idea that suggested chronic diseases stemmed from deeper, often hidden, predispositions within the body. This concept proposed that chronic diseases stemmed from an underlying predisposition or taint within the body. Hahnemann's theories laid the foundation for a new way of thinking about health and disease, influencing future generations of medical practitioners. Samuel Hahnemann, a pioneering 18th century physician, used the term miasm to describe a disease-causing agent. This concept was revolutionary at the time and laid the groundwork for his later theories in homeopathy. Hahnemann believed that this agent, or miasm, could be transmitted from generation to generation, subtly influencing the health of descendants. This idea suggested that the health issues of ancestors could impact future generations in ways not yet fully understood. This transmission could occur even if the disease itself wasn't directly passed on. Instead, the miasm acted as an underlying factor, potentially predisposing individuals to certain health conditions. The miasm, according to Hahnemann, was like a seed planted within the body. This seed would lie dormant, waiting for the right conditions to grow and manifest as illness. This seed would remain dormant until triggered by factors like stress, poor diet, or environmental toxins. These triggers could activate the miasm, leading to the development of chronic diseases. Once triggered, the miasm would manifest as a chronic disease, often difficult to treat and manage. Hahnemann's observations highlighted the importance of understanding these underlying factors in disease prevention and treatment. The concept of miasms can be seen as a metaphorical representation of an underlying predisposition to illness. It suggests that our health is influenced by more than just immediate factors, but also by deeper, inherited vulnerabilities. It's important to note that Hahnemann's concept of miasms differs from the modern understanding of germs and pathogens. While germs are external agents causing disease, miasms are internal predispositions. However, it shares some similarities with the concept of genetic predisposition. Modern science recognizes that our genes can make us more susceptible to certain diseases, echoing Hahnemann's ideas. Hahnemann identified three primary miasms: sora, which he believed was the root of many chronic diseases; syphilis, which was associated with a range of severe symptoms; and psychosis, linked to warts and other growths. Each miasm was associated with a distinct set of symptoms and disease expressions, providing a framework for understanding chronic illness in a new light. Hahnemann's work continues to influence alternative medicine practices today. Section 4. Sora, the itch and its deeper implications. Sora, a term rooted in ancient Greek, translates to itch and has been a subject of medical curiosity for centuries. Sora, derived from the Greek word for itch, is considered the oldest and most fundamental miasm by Hahnemann. This concept has been pivotal in the field of homeopathy, shaping the understanding of chronic diseases. He believed that sora was the underlying cause of a wide range of chronic diseases. Hahnemann's theories revolutionized the way we perceive the origins of various ailments, suggesting a deeper, more interconnected root. These diseases included skin conditions, mental disorders, and autoimmune diseases. The scope of sora's influence was vast, affecting both the body and the mind in profound ways. According to Hahnemann, the suppression of skin eruptions, particularly scabies, was a significant factor in driving sora deeper into the body. This suppression, often through improper treatments, could exacerbate the condition. This suppression would lead to the development of more serious internal conditions. The internalization of sora could manifest in chronic illnesses that were far more difficult to treat. Sora is characterized by a tendency towards hypersensitivity, both physically and emotionally. This hypersensitivity could lead to a heightened response to external stimuli, making everyday life challenging. Individuals with a soric miasm are often prone to allergies, anxiety, and obsessive-compulsive tendencies. These symptoms could significantly impact their quality of life, leading to a constant state of unease. They may also experience a sense of inadequacy and a constant struggle for perfection. This relentless pursuit of an unattainable ideal could result in emotional and psychological distress, further complicating their condition. Section 5. Syphilis beyond the physical manifestation. Syphilis, a sexually transmitted infection, was already a known entity during Hahnemann's time. However, Hahnemann's concept of the syphilis miasm extended beyond the physical manifestations of the disease. He believed that even after the initial infection was treated, the miasm could linger. This lingering miasm could be passed down through generations, leading to a predisposition to a range of chronic conditions. The syphilis miasm is characterized by destructiveness and degeneration. Individuals with a strong syphilis miasm may experience conditions affecting the bones, cardiovascular system, and nervous system. They may also exhibit tendencies towards self-destructive behavior, violence, and a lack of remorse. Section 6. Psychosis, the hidden legacy. Psychosis, derived from the Greek word for fig, refers to the miasm associated with gonorrhea. Like syphilis, Hahnemann believed that the psychosis miasm could persist even after the initial infection was treated. This persistence could lead to a predisposition to various chronic conditions in subsequent generations. The psychosis miasm is characterized by suppression and overgrowth. Individuals with a dominant psychosis miasm may experience conditions such as warts, cysts, fibroids, and urinary tract issues. They may also exhibit a tendency towards secrecy, stubbornness, and a fear of failure. The psychosis miasm is often associated with a feeling of being stuck or trapped.